Hey guys, my name is Kate and I'm really happy that you are here. If you do have a dog and sometimes feel frustrated and lost with their training, you are definitely not alone. In today's video, I'm going to talk about most common mistakes people do while training their dogs. And they are small things, but once you fix them, everything is going to become so much easier. So let's get into that. And we're moving on to mistake number 1, which is saying the command more than once. This is probably one of the most common mistakes that I do see with my clients and just by observing people in everyday life. Instead of saying the command once, I hear something like this: sit, 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 sit. So you don't realize that by repeating this command so many times, you condition your dog to not listen to you from the first time. So you actually condition them, instead of just to the sit command, you condition them to the command which sounds like this: sit, 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 sit. Then you get mad and frustrated and you wonder why my dog doesn't listen to you. It's because they learned that they only have to listen to you after you say this command X amount of times. And you get frustrated, your dog doesn't understand why you get frustrated because that's how they learned it. The rule is simple: say the command only once, and if the dog doesn't follow through with what they're supposed to follow through, let's say they were supposed to sit and they didn't, and they do know this command very well, here's when you come in and correct them using the leash pressure, or you can always use your body pressure by stepping into their space. Sit. Yes. The next one is actually two things, but they're closely connected. So mistake number 2 is not having verbal markers, and mistake number 3 is not having a release word. So let's dive into that. Let's talk about verbal markers first. Why do we use them? We do use verbal markers because they help us to explain to our dog what is right and what is actually wrong. I only have 3 verbal markers, which is yes, good, and no. And let's break each one of them down. Yes is your reward marker. It means that this is exactly what I wanted from you. So the moment your dog does something right, you immediately say yes and then reward. Good is a duration marker, which means I like what you're doing, keep doing it. For example, you put your dog in a down stay. You already said yes and rewarded them, but you want to practice this command for a little longer this time. This is where the good comes in, because when we do say good while the dog is in a command for a while, we signal to them that, hey, I notice that you are doing what I want. It's great, keep doing what you're doing. So it doesn't make them as excited as yes, because after yes usually reward comes in, but with good, a reward might come, might not come, but they have to stay in a position until you release them. And the third verbal marker is no, which means pretty much no, that's not what I want, or no, that's not what I asked. So for example, you ask your dog to sit down, the dog, let's say, broke the command or they didn't sit down. You, as you remember, say the command only once, and if they do know this command but they decided not to do it, you just say no, and either wait for up to X amount of seconds. I usually wait about 5 to 10 seconds for them to make their own decision, and if they do not do it, this is where you come in and correct them. So eventually they learn that no is a correction word. And now we are ready to move to the release word, which is as important as the command, just because when you teach your dog a certain command, let's say you teach your dog how to sit down or lay down, and they should not decide when the command's supposed to be over. You should. Pretty much when you do start training or learning any command, in the beginning, it's gonna look like this. So you tell your dog to sit, you say yes, then you reach to your pocket and reward your dog, and then a second later, if it's a new command, you say your release word. It can be any word you desire. It can be okay, it can be free, it can be break. So the minute you decide that you want your dog to be out of this command, you say free, and they are going out of this command. Then you do it again. Sit, yes, reward. You can wait for a few seconds longer and they say free. What that does, it helps your dog to understand that they are supposed to be in a certain command until they are released. Because if you are not going to use a release word, let's say, again, example with sit. You tell them to sit, you say yes, you reward, and then your dog turns around and sees something more interesting to do. They just get up and go, and they face no consequences for that. They face no corrections, like they're free to go. So that means that they are in charge, and as soon as they get something that they want from you, they decide to go and do their own thing. While release word teaches them that they are supposed to be in command until they are released. It makes the training much clearer, much easier, and less stressful for you, because when you do give your dog a command, they stay in the command until they are released. Down, yes. Good. And when you say good, you can come back and reward them from time to time, just to kind of reinforce this behavior. Good. Good. Break. Good job. And now she's free to go after I release her. So let's practice the verbal marker, which means no. I do not have a leash on me right now, so I'm not able to give her correction with the leash. I'm gonna either use my body pressure, or I'm gonna use the hand signals to help her out if she gets confused. So let's go over it. My sit, yes. My up, no. Yes. I did not repeat the command, I simply said no, just because she already knows this command, so I didn't have to help her out much. But I said no, and then with my body pressure and with my hands, since I don't have a leash on, I made her get up. My up, yes. So, see, she understood it the previous time, and now she did it. My sit, my up, yes. So one correction, that's all it took for her to remember that she has to do the right thing. Good job. Good bird, break. And now we are ready to move to the mistake number 4, which is rewarding your dog in the wrong position. This is a very small mistake, also very common mistake, which causes a lot of confusion between the dog and the owner. And it happens when we reward our dog in the wrong position. So what I mean by that is, for example, you're training your dog how to sit. So when you do train your dog how to sit, you want to make sure that when you reward them in the sit position, they can just grab the treat from your hand without trying to jump. So it has to be on the level of their nose, because if you do put your hand a little bit higher and they need to do a slight jump to reach it, they will eventually start adding this jump to the sit command. So same thing with down. When you teach your dog how to down, you have to make sure your hand goes very low to the ground. Otherwise, your dog will be always like laying down and then getting up, laying down and then getting up. You will get confused without realizing that you are the one who conditioned them to that movement. Always reward exactly where you want your dog to be. Don't make them try to be in the wrong position. Maya, sit. Yes. And I reward her right next to her nose, so she doesn't have to do this jump, or I'm going to tell her to down. Yes. And I am going to reward her very low to the ground, so she doesn't have to get up. Good girl. And in the end, I would like to say that dog training doesn't have to be complicated or exhausting. Most of the time, it's just about being clear and consistent. I hope this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like this video, of course, if it was even a little bit helpful for you. I would be extremely happy. Also on this channel, I not only share training tips, but every single Saturday I upload new vlogs. It's kind of behind the scenes of training I do sometimes. I show the daily routines with my dogs and pretty much our life together. So if you are interested in that, please follow along with us. And we also have Instagram and TikTok, which you can find all the links under this video. And in the end, I do have a little something else for you. I created a whole PDF file for you in your dog. This is the laziest exercise ever which you can do with your dog, and one of the most effective ones. So if you're struggling with the dog who is suffering from overexcitement, suffering from anxiety, you just want your dog to be able to be neutral in public places and you don't know where to start. If you're raising a puppy and you need a strong foundation for your future life together, so this is the most amazing exercise that I used with my dogs. I used with all of my clients' dogs because it literally doesn't require much for you. You just have to be consistent and it will change your life forever. I will also leave the link on it under this video. It's completely free of charge. You will have to just put your email and press download. Very easy, and I hope it's gonna help you and your dog to have a better life together. So thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next videos.